Yo, what's happening, people? You're listening to the WRESTHINGS podcast, the Kenny Omega approved podcast. If you like what you're hearing, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, you already know this podcast is by the Mandem, for the Mandem. Bow!
WRESTHINGS podcast, episode 138. Make some fucking noise. Probably wondering, are we back in a pandemic? Because the Mandem are on Zoom. Nah, Lloyd isn't about, so we didn't want to go to the studio without giving you guys some visuals. So yeah, big up Lloyd, big up Percy, big up NK. They couldn't make today's episode, but the Mandem are still in the building. Who wants to go first? Well, boy, Doughboy, strong star rating, left drop hating, big up Rubber Shirt, gun, and who wants to go next?
Next show.
What's up, people? My name is Lex, wrestling fan, wrestling enthusiast, WrestleManiac, if you will, and you're tuned in to the WRESTHINGS podcast.
Yo, slaps, the main event liver, champagne sipper, big back driller, babyface killer. We at home. You know what I'm saying? You're tuning in to the WRESTHINGS podcast, like what he said.
Okay.
We're in the wrong Zoom, so you know.
You said big back driller in your house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you whispered it. I said,
why you gonna whisper that?
Why do you think the energy's not here today?
It's your boy Sam Blacks, Mr. Controversial, Underdone, top 5 dead or alive big men, 150 million%. The roly poly somewhere in my room. You get me? Nikki Bella's baby boy. Immediately back to the week. We're here, man. Yes, man.
How's the Mandem doing today?
Yo, good fam. Tired, but good, man. Wrestling's looking really interesting this week, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, all good, man. It's this AEW card for tonight as we record. It looks like something special is gonna come out of it. TK's gassing it up, and I feel like TK's learned his lesson from gassing up shows. So now that he's actually gassing this one up, something serious must be happening.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
I'm looking forward to today, especially the world title match. I can't lie.
100.
That match, I think it. I don't know. I think it might be the biggest match this year.
What, Moxley Bryan?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it might be the biggest match this year.
definitely.
Wait, do you mean in all of wrestling or
As in terms of AEW?
AEW? Okay.
CM Punk and Moxley is a big match, but I mean, I don't know, man. It didn't really ginger me in it, but this one, I can't lie, it's for all the marbles, man. I'm excited.
Marvels.
It almost feels like it's like a beginning of a new era again for AEW,
100%.
like a new chapter after everything that's happened. And
100%.
tonight could be, just the beginning. New tag team champions as well, maybe with the Acclaimed. So could be good. Could be good.
It's mad. Lex, if you saying that, what would you name the last era AEW just had? What would you name that?
That's a good question. I don't know. I just think it was just it was chapter 1-ish. Like I always refer to like 2019, 2020 AEW, just like before the pandemic. Like the show was firing on all cylinders. Like that show was just bare lively. And maybe it's just because, shiny toy syndrome, like it was brand new and we're seeing people that we've, chased all over the world in a sense, like we're looking and using all kinds of dodgy links to watch them in this place and that place and that place. But now they're here like on TV and it just felt like brand new. But obviously there's been a bit of a decline end of 2021, a lot of injuries into 2022, then the madness that happened at All Out. And this almost feels like a bit of this show feels like a bit of a reset button for everything.
Yeah.
I think I personally call it the Agbaya era. I'll say the Agbaya era. But do you know, I'm not going to lie, you see last week's AEW, I felt like last week's AEW seemed to kind of like bring everything right back on track. Remember we spoke about MJF's promo when they went to Albany, New York, and I hated it. But last week's promo, yes, that's that promo was top tier. But then now he introduced Stokely and the firm.
The firm.
I'll lie, man. I'm not sold, man. I'll be
This is what I was saying. I'm saying this to NK and GG. I'm not sold on this firm stuff, bro.
Yeah, I think I see that little promo about the firm, and I was like, Nicky, you're trying to big these people up. You can even big up Morrissey well. He didn't even, you know what I mean? The energy wasn't the same. It was just a bit like, yeah.
It's like he's literally telling us on like lower mid-carders.
Yeah.
Like, this is why you should trust these guys. Like, it's like, no.
You know what? I'm all right with the firm, you know, because at the end of the day, big wrestlers, sometimes you need people's shoulders to stand on, innit? So he's got these guys' shoulders to stand on so he can get to the top.
Who? MJF or Stokely?
MJF. Forget Stokely.
Does MJF need them, though?
I mean, you got to step on someone.
I feel like MJF, he's all by himself. If he needs someone, probably just someone scary like Morrissey.
No, 100. I think
Morrissey calls himself now.
I think what I'm basically getting at is every big wrestler always comes from a type of faction or a team. Like, no one really comes by themselves, you understand?
I don't know about that one.
Can you name me someone that's not come from a faction but became big time?
Stone Cold.
John Cena.
Fair enough. You are.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. So, I don't think MJF. I see what you mean. I don't think MJF's character. He's like a slimy kind of guy. He's made a deal with the general manager to get a world title shot, whatever he wants at this point. I don't think he necessarily needs anyone. Like, he could have said, "Yeah, I assembled these men to do this one task," and then the firm could have went their separate ways from there.
Exactly.
But yeah, this whole them sticking around, and he Stokely said, "We are together as the firm, but we're gonna go off and do separate things." So it's like, so what is this then?
And it doesn't even feel like the crowd was feeling it at all. Like, and I love Stokely. Like, we've been big fans of Malcolm Biffin Stokely, but see him like cut a promo and it go flat. The man was just thinking, I don't know, man. Like,
And what, they were in New York as well, innit? For that show.
Last week, New York.
Last week, I don't know about last week.
I don't know about last week. Yeah, it's just, and it's weird. Like, okay, cool. Let's say, for example, Danielson wins the match tonight, or Watson wins the match. At some point, it will be whoever wins the title versus MJF.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, they've still got the BCC behind them. Are you now telling me we're going to see the BCC versus the firm?
Boy, well, Blood and Guts has happened this year, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Is this what you men are paying to see? Are you man paying Fight TV or going to watch wrestling the plug to kind of watch BCC versus the firm?
Nah, I ain't trying to see the firm, man.
Nah. There's a few wrestlers I like, but in general, I just know.
It's like I say, W. Morrissey, okay, he could do with Stokely and that. Yeah. Ethan Page, don't need him. The Gun Club, I don't necessarily think they should be pushed into this. And Lee Moriarty should probably be a candidate for BCC.
100. Now his dad is agreeing. You know what's mad? When I was watching AEW, I thought he was like one of them celebrity football players or something that just came into the ring, you know, special guest. And I saw Lee Moriarty. I was like, no way. No chance.
I think it was NK that said, either NK or Udell that said he thinks he's Lupe Fiasco or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking, yeah, this guy reminds me of a rapper, but like, I don't know who. Yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's like, I'm interested to see what happens, but for the most part with the firm, I'm not sold at all. Like, I don't know.
MJF don't need them.
Yeah, he doesn't need them whatsoever. But I mean, it's part of his character. He's always paying people to do his dirty work. So I get that. But in the long run, okay, cool. You're now going to end up facing a BCC member. It's at some point, it's not going to be one-on-one.
Yeah.
So are you now going to do what's it called? MJF and the Gun Club versus Cesaro, Moxley, and Bryan.
Well, you know what? I think it's because regardless, whoever wins the title, they're going to be BCC, so they can't just have MJF versus the entire BCC. He needs some kind of click behind him.
But do you want to see the firm? Do you want to see the firm versus BCC?
Of course not, but I think that's the logic as to why they assembles that team together. Because MJF is going up against the BCC regardless. and he can't just go one man up. You know what I'm saying? He needs a group.
I don't know. It depends on the. Yeah. So, do you not think Danielson's gonna walk out of Grand Slam as a champion? With obviously MJF has this stipulation that he can have a match whenever he wants for the title. Danielson might beat Mox, but do you think the show is going off air with Danielson as champion, or maybe MJF?
I'd hope so.
You hope it's MJF?
Yeah,
I hope.
It needs to go off air if Danielson is champion, because we need another feel-good moment in AEW in that world title scene. It's a bit tainted right now because of the last champion. So it'll be good to have that feel-good moment.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
You definitely fucked it up. Yeah, it'll be nice to have Daniel Bryan, man, as champion still. I'm sounding bad WWE, sorry. Bryan Danielson still. The American Dragon still. As AEW World Champion is fitting still. He's worked very hard in his AEW run, and I feel like every match he's pulled off is fucking gone off. You know, fucking give him the title, TK, man. You know what I mean? Stop, you know, doing whatever this thing you're doing. So, yeah, made that shit run, man.
What are you saying, though? MJF?
I want Danielson to leave the belt, man. Don't get me wrong, I want to see the visual of MJF winning the world title at some point. It has to be this year. But let Danielson have his run. Let him cook. Let him just give us more of the matches. We want more. Keep going. Keep going. I don't know, I'm in two minds. If it does go off the air, and then let's say, for example, Danielson wins, and then TK now decides to come out, the match has been sanctioned, MJF versus Danielson right now.
Kai!
I'm not gonna lie, I won't complain, but do you know what I mean? I won't complain, but
I'm not gonna lie, I'm with you though, you know, because I'll be rooting for Daniel because he's the underdog. It's giving me 2014 vibes, you know.
Yeah.
The odds stacked up against him, you know, he's got a fight. He'll obviously lose, but you know.
But can I ask what MJF has done to now hit this level that you can be world champion?
Nah, he's up there.
He's up there,
His
bro.
character's up there, bro.
No, the character's up there. 100, I can agree.
So what do you mean? His work rate?
Basically, you know how it is.
No, he does his thing in the ring, bro.
You know my argument when I see all these carrying costs and all this shit there. What I see. Can you now boost yourself to the top straight away like that? Yeah, it's fine. If I'm not disagreeing, but it's like, okay, you know.
Blacks. Think about it this way: MJF he's like a full package. He's got the look, the charisma. He can do promos. He can wrestle well. He's not injury prone. He ticks many boxes, so it makes sense for him to kind of. And he's young as well.
The thing is, I agree with all of you lot as someone who understands the industry. We understand wrestling. We understand MJF, the person, what he's done.
Yeah.
But if I'm looking out of the blue now, I'm a random person. It's my first time looking at AEW. I'm going to think, why the fuck is this Burberry wearing scarf Don? You get me? All of a sudden now going for the championship. What are you giving to me that is going to say, yeah, you're going to be that champion? You've not worked hard. Daniel Bryan, I might have seen him countless of times. MJF has just come back from an injury. Now you're going straight to the top.
He wasn't injured.
He was just off TV because he had a contract dispute.
Yeah, he left.
I don't watch the product, so forgive me. Everyone's going to sue me again. No problem. I can take it. But you get me? That's it. You've just been gone for a minute. I don't know.
So you know what? MJF is like a story. You can't come to it midway. You have to go from the start to really understand how the journey started. You know, if you come midway, you're going to get a bit lost, you know? So I feel like you need to see MJF from the start when he entered AEW up until now.
Ultimately, obviously at All Out, he won the casino ladder match. Well, he didn't win. The firm came and gave him the chip, basically. So he has next. He's the number one contender. So he can basically use this chip to demand the title match whenever he wants. So pretty much similar-ish to the Money in the Bank situation. You don't have to necessarily deserve to get that chance. Like you've won yourself the opportunity, so you can just ask for it whenever you want, sort of thing.
Okay, now I understand the whole concept now, because I was like, it was me. I was the oblivious fan who's confused. I rate MJF, of course I do, but where in the story does it align that? Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, but part of it is because he famously now at this point is his AEW contract ends in 2024. So it's a given, you know, apparently he's been given a new contract. So before he was on apparently a low wage and he was going to end his time in AEW in 2024. Apparently now he's been given more P's, but he's still due to leave in 2024. So maybe by giving him the World Championship somewhere later this year, next year, it's almost kind of reassuring him that you're our guy, so that hopefully he will pen a longer contract and not eventually go to WWE, which he's like kind of, you know, taunting that he's gonna go to WWE.
He's cooking lately, man. You gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that's his thing. But I think at the same time, he probably does need to win the World Championship sooner rather than later. But I think a story where he has the title right near when he's due to leave AEW would be so live. But I guess in real life, they don't actually know, is this guy going to leave or not without a title? So it's a bit of a dangerous game to play.
It's a bit reminiscent of CM Punk, I can't lie.
That CM Punk one day flopped, man. CM Punk, what? He went for 2 weeks or something.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Nonsense.
You know what? Because I wasn't watching wrestling during that time, I thought he was gone for ages.
Nah.
2 weeks.
They should have let CM Punk go to like at least little places like Ring of Honor with the title, just little indie shows, and just show up and maybe defend the title there. That would have been nuts.
Ring of Honor.
They should have done stuff like that, bro. Like,
as long as Vince McMahon's still alive, that would never happen.
I know.
I hear it.
But yeah,
that's what's happened in AEW. The tag team title match, Lucha Bros versus Swerve and Our Glory.
That peed me off because them man are the trios champions.
Yeah.
So why are they now fighting for the tag team championships?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did we get here?
Was it banger though?
Yeah, the match will bang. Like, this is it. Like, but like, it's just, it don't really make sense. Like, are you honoring the tag team championship doing this? Or are you honoring the newly won trios tag team championships? Like, it's just a bit of a mess. But
and it was a bit weird because the match was good, and then after they had like a backstage segment where they spoke about the loss. And then it was Pac that spoke about the loss, actually. Then after he got slumped by Orange Cassidy, then I was thinking,
yeah,
I don't know, like, it was a bit weird. I didn't see how, like, it didn't make me any more invested in now watching them wrestle. Like, I'd rather watch Ethan Page versus Pac at this point.
Yeah.
After Orange Cassidy versus Pac for the all digital, Sunday service title. I'm tired, man.
Do you think AEW are just doing things for the sake of doing things now? Like, they can put on good matches, we all know that. But now there needs to be more.
In some divisions they are, but I can't. What my frustration is in WWE, previously at least, maybe a bit nowadays as well, they were doing stuff for the sake of doing it. But when AEW are doing it, no one's talking about it. Like, it's okay. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the stuff about the rankings the other day that Meltzer said. So Meltzer has come out, basically, maybe he's spoken to someone in AEW, and he said that the rankings are still there, but AEW will only use them when they need them. Like, they're not going to be religiously following the rankings as they were before. Hence why maybe the likes of FTR have been number one contenders in the tag team, or ranked number one in the tag team division all year and haven't got a tag team match. Hence why Private Party, who aren't ranked at all, got a tag team championship match the other day. Yeah, like, they're just picking and choosing when they use the rankings, basically. What's your lot's thoughts on that?
They should bin the rankings.
Scrap it.
They should have been winning it. It's never worked. Like, I don't know. Like, to some degree, sometimes it's worked, but for the most part, it's been it's not made sense to me. So, for example, I'm sure FTR have been number one contenders for a year now.
Since February.
They've been, bro, since Feb. They've won every other title besides fighting for the actual AEW title. There's no point.
Yeah.
There's actually no point, bro.
That's mad.
I like
I
it.
forgot about the ranking system.
Yeah,
I forgot about it. I can't lie.
Yeah, they use it when they want, and then sometimes they just don't. Like, what's an Ember Moon? What's her face? Athena.
You know.
Athena had a TBS championship match. Why is Lap smiling? Because she's talking to the baddies. So Athena lost to Jade, the TBS championship match at All Out. And then now she's at this show, Grand Slam, she's going to be in the women's world title match. How? When you ain't won a singles match in between.
If she can sneak into the baddies, then she could definitely sneak into the She could definitely sneak into a full-weight title match.
I swear someone said something in the group chat about Athena and the baddies or something like that. I can't remember who done it in the Twitter group chat.
I don't know.
Someone said whatever, I can't remember anyway.
Yo.
But yeah, this is what I mean. WWE would do stuff like this and just pull together matches. Like, I think when Triple H just took charge, they had those 2 triple threat matches to determine a number one contender for the US title or something. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember who won it, Ciampa and someone else. And then a week later, when Bobby beat that person, they just pulled AJ Styles to face Bobby the following week. So they do random stuff like that, but then WWE don't pretend that there's a ranking system to follow or something. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Where AEW have leaned on this system, and now it's like, it's going to be here, but we'll just pick and choose when we want to use it. I just think it's a bit misleading, and
no, 100%.
Yeah,
it's very convoluted as well, because it's like, especially when you look on their graphics as well, it's like you'll have the world title with the TNT title, then they'll have the ranking, then they'll have the women's title and the TBS title.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
With the tag team one, it's a bit more clearer because there's only one title that only one title that they can go for. So, okay, if I'm number one in the rankings, does that now mean I can pick whether it's the world title I want to go for or the TNT title? But then why is number 6, who's not even ranked, now able to go to TNT or now? And then where does the All Atlantic Sunday Service Church?
Yeah, exactly.
Where does it? Like, it makes no sense. And
who the fuck even has that title?
What you said?
Who the fuck even has that title?
Pac.
Fair enough.
Why did you laugh?
No, I like Pac anyway, so it's just that I don't know, man. Has it been defended as much?
Not in AEW.
Yeah, I think. Did he defend it at All Out?
Nah.
He
No, he was in the trios. It was trios, isn't it?
Yeah. No, he did. It was against Sabian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had one defense.
On the pre-show. Was that pre-show?
Pre-show, yeah. Yeah, on the pre-show.
Yeah. Didn't he have something at Rev Pro as well?
Yeah, he's had a matches at Rev Pro, OTT. He's done a few like UK shows, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So isn't that the purpose of the All Atlantic Championship anyway?
Yeah, but then it still has. But it still has to have some sort of presence on AEW. It's like cool. You're still going to all these different companies to now defend your title, but then at least once a month, defend it on Dynamite or even Rampage or Dark Elevation. That brings someone over to now come and fight for the title, or build it. Bring someone else on the roster to come and fight for the title. There's tons of international wrestlers that can fight for it.
True.
Yeah, and at first they were saying, I think, that the title was for international wrestlers, like non-US, and then they came out and said afterwards that US man can fight for it.
Yeah. So they would have just scrapped an entire talent pool by doing that. It doesn't make sense. Let everyone. I need someone from Nigeria to come and fight for it.
almost
anywhere.
Almost safe.
Yeah, man. But them rankings, when I saw Private Party have a tag team championship match on Rampage, and I ain't even seen them on TV for time, I said, man. Yeah, I said, there's no chance these rankings are still active. No way on earth. But yeah, we are where we are with them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what else can we speak about? I don't really want to talk about the women's stuff. Yeah, we had the semi-finals. Brian Danielson versus Jericho. That was a good match.
Jericho, man. I was saying Jericho's been so good this year, man.
Solid.
Hey, Del.
Yeah.
Del, I hear you when you say Jericho's one of your top 5, you know?
He's my number one. What do you mean he's one?
I hear it.
Number one ever.
I think he's number one. He's number one. That guy, you can never fail with Chris Jericho. I can't lie.
Jericho dropped out of my top 5 of all time, maybe last year, just in between the what was his first group, Inner Circle, and started this JAS stuff. He wasn't really doing much of nothing. And I thought, okay, yeah, I've got to rejig my Mount Rushmore, so he dropped out. But no, Jericho's solid, bro.
In ring, I've always put Jericho very highly. To be fair, I could put him in my top 5. To be fair. Obviously as overall, I can put him in my top 10. I could actually respectfully. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, because I did see his match with Brian actually, and I liked it a lot. You know, he's definitely improved a lot, and he knows now. Like, I've got to step up, man. These young boys are putting it to me, man. You know, doing well still.
Chris Jericho, he's a reliable wrestler. It's hard to have a bad match with Chris Jericho. Who's had a bad match with Chris Jericho?
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold?
I've never enjoyed any of their matches.
Okay, fair. That's personally your opinion, but you know, man.
Jericho, it has to be a certain type of wrestler, like a Daniel Bryan, an Eddie, a Kurt.
He raises his level when he faces them, man.
You really see Jericho go proper. And like I said, Kurt Angle. I used to love their matches in Attitude Era. It's my best. Absolute favorite.
Jericho has to raise his level when he goes against them, man, because if they were in his era, they will have him on the ropes.
Yeah, so he raises his ability when he's facing them. But yeah, he's too cold.
Ever since he got cooked by NBA Twitter, he said, "Yeah, I need to start putting on."
Yeah, that was the change. It's true. That was the change. I saw someone say, I don't know what you guys think of this. I saw someone say the other day, that Bailey is akin to Jericho, just in terms of maybe their positioning, company-wise, how they're viewed, but like solid, good work that they always produce. What do you think about that?
In the women's division, okay.
I'm not mad at that.
I thought it was a pretty fair comparison. Like, obviously, because Jericho was there at a time when there's Rocks, there was Austins, and all of these kind of people above, which could be seen as, you know, the Charlottes and Sashas and the stuff. But Jericho was just still there, like, cooking away, like, quietly themselves. So,
no, Jericho, like, in Attitude Era, Jericho was like the upper echelons of mid class, sort of the mid card. He can go to the main event if need be. If you want to get someone who can really do the same, Jericho's there. Before Eddie and Benoit, I'd say him and Angle at that time, they could go main event anytime they wanted to. You know,
I agree with that, Black.
You know, they were really, Jericho was something else. I can't lie. Yeah.
I think like Vince, obviously he likes his wrestlers looking a certain way and stuff, and Jericho didn't quite fit that mold. But I feel if anything, Jericho may have just been unlucky at the time when there was an Austin and a Rock and Triple H all in front of him, sort of thing. The talent and everything is there. Of course, maybe just the size and the look is just wasn't quite there and stuff. But
I think it's the size, because the look worked, man. I feel like the look, he had fans, man. The crowd go crazy when you see Y2J. You see that 3-2-1, you're thinking it's a fucking millennium every time he pops up. Like, it's crazy. Now, real talk, like, it's mad. Like, do you know what I mean?
My thing was Jerichoholics, because I don't know what, as a child, I love the word alcoholic. So the minute man say Jerichoholics, I was sold, guys.
It all worked. It worked. I can't lie to you. Jericho was indeed, at that time, even with the hairdo, it worked. He knew what he was doing. I can't lie.
Good, you know.
My
number one.
he had a really good promo on Rampage with Cesaro. So he's going to take on Cesaro at Grand Slam for the ROH Championship.
Right.
Saying that
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
I
so
think
that's like the only world title I haven't won. I've won. And
yeah.
he named like I said I've won WWE, I won a WWF title, AEW, this, that, and the other. So yeah,
I was on the ramp, isn't it?
Yeah,
I see that.
So it was a sick promo, and he said so him and Cesaro at Grand Slam, I believe.
What do you guys think of that match for the ROH Championship?
I mean, what do you mean about the match, or just as a world title? Because that's what I feel
for the world title.
Yeah, no. It works. It works. I just want to see how their styles work. I think that's what it is. I want to see how their styles collide. If it's gonna make a good match.
They've wrestled each other, though.
Have they?
I think they have. I think Cesaro made reference to them facing each other before in WWE. But I think I don't mind Jericho winning it just to kind of complete, the set sort of thing. Like, especially while Ring of Honor don't have like a TV product. Like, when they do have that, then let him drop it back to whomsoever and create a star in it. But like, I know Del's gonna say the RH title's gonna be.
It's not right. I can't lie. You see Claudio's run. It's poo. I'm so sorry.
It's dead out.
I'm so sorry. They called me a madman when they said they should keep the belt on Jonathan Gresham. They put it on Claudio. What has it fucking done?
Nothing.
It's done niche. It's done absolutely nothing. Ring of Honor is in the bin. I'm so sorry. That's one of my favorite companies.
Yeah.
But, Tony Khan has ruined it. He's put that company's in the bin, man. I'm so sorry. It's left them to now just turn AEW Dark into Ring of Honor. Just ginger us small. No, they want to. Nah, fuck that, man. Cesaro's run has been trash.
Yeah.
He doesn't even look like a world champion.
Definitely
like the world champion doesn't even the championship doesn't feel important at all. It just honestly feels like 24/7 title. But because it's on Cesaro, we have to look at him like, yeah, Cesaro's got the belt. We love it. We're happy. He finally won the world title. But he was better off within the pure title at this point.
100.
It feels like another mid-card title, like the pure title, like the ROH TV title, like the All Atlantic, like the TNT. These all feel the same. It doesn't feel like a world title. And maybe it's because Ring of Honor doesn't have its own show just yet. But maybe in getting ready for its own show, they could similarly do what they did with Chris Jericho, make him a world champion whenever the show's going to come. Like, that's at least giving ROH a bit of a profile. People can tune in and watch it, because I don't know if people are tuning in for Cesaro as a world champion for a brand new show.
I'm going to be honest. Cesaro doesn't walk like he's the leader of the friendship group. Doesn't walk like he's the leader.
You know what it is with Cesaro?
He's the secret weapon. He's the weapon that they go to draw when things are peak, but he's not moving like a leader or, a big man. He's not like top organ.
You know what it is? His character's shit.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I mean, I agree, because my next question is, what's his character?
It's shit. It's nothing.
You're just a Swiss man that lifts weights, and
That's it.
that's it. Honestly, put the belt on Jericho. Because do you know what I want to feel? I want to feel like and I always bring back to this guy, Jay Lethal, when he won the television title, he said, the world title is not the world title. The television title was the world title because I've got it. It's the most important belt. Cesaro, like, whoever wins that title needs to make it feel like it can compete with the AEW title.
Yeah.
Ring from the title has at least 20 years lineage. AEW has only been 3-4 years. Already, I look at the AEW title and I look at it as one of the top 3 prestigious belts right now. The Ring of Honor belt, that one we can get in India, and it can be made in India. That's how I look at it. That's not even a real belt to me. It's that real. So Jericho, win that belt, bring it to JAS, and make that belt win it if you have to, and get that new title. Start again. Make it feel like a world title.
Guys, I have a question. Well, before Ring of Honor was acquired by Tony Khan, didn't they have a different world title?
That gold one.
Yeah,
they did.
Bandido's one, yeah.
Where's that?
Ask our friend Jonathan Gresham. He's the one that decided to go and use the old belt.
The old belt's trash.
When they unified it, this is the one he picked to be carrying.
So So he unified it to bring back the old one, not even bring.
Yeah. So when I think Bandido couldn't compete, they made Jonathan Gresham world champion. Like he wrestled a match, got world champion. He used the old belt. Then when Bandido could compete, he had the gold one. Gresham had the old one. Gresham won the unification match and then started bringing out the old one.
So he won and he chose the old belt instead of picking the new one.
Yeah.
What type of nonsense, to be fair.
Well, I don't want to say what I'm going to say because they'll pull it up in 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know. Even I was watching Rampage last week and Samoa Joe, Ring of Honor TV champion, he had a match with Josh Woods. And just because of Joe's aura, Joe's presence, and we all know Joe's a shell of the man he used to be, but that felt more like the world championship than Cesaro and whatever he's been doing with the world title. So
no problem with Joe. You're too injury prone, man. It's jarring.
Yeah, apparently he's been away filming some stuff, filming some TV show or something.
You know, fair enough.
But yeah, I mean he's past it somewhat, but. Yeah, I don't know how or when they're gonna launch Ring of Honor. I saw someone say the other day, that AEW started slipping when Tony Khan acquired Ring of Honor.
Yes.
You agree?
There's too many belts. Bro, it's an eyesore. I can't deal with it. It's too much. Because my vision for this Ring of Honor was for AEW and Ring of Honor to be two separate. The same way Cyber Fight have Noah and DDT. They're two different companies, but sometimes they come together to put on festivals.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That was my initial thing. Like I said it, like months even before he bought it. Like if Tony Khan was to have his own like wrestling organization, like wrestling hierarchy. If he was to have two different companies, be separate entities, amazing. He bought it, I thought, okay, cool, that might be the this thing, that might be what he's planning to do. Then we saw television title, Ring of Honor title, women's title. Where is the women's champion? Where is she? Is she injured or something?
Wait, it was Mercedes Martinez, right?
Yeah, she's the champion.
Is she still champion?
I'm assuming so. She hasn't lost it. So.
I'm assuming.
I don't.
If people are questioning who is the champion and where it is, then it's a fucking shambles, mate. Just give it all up, mate. Drop the 100. The nostalgia's gone. It's dead.
I feel like Tony bit off more than he can chew. He got excited. He saw, this is for sale. Let me just buy it anyway, so no one else can buy it.
Yeah.
You know?
He bought it so he can use it for CM Punk's vignette. So he can use it for CM Punk's vignette. The amount of Ring of Honor alumni they have on AEW, they rarely use it. They rarely use their footage. The only person's Ring of Honor footage I've seen is probably Danielson's and CM Punk's. Daniels was in Ring of Honor. Flipping, who else? Adam Page was in Ring of Honor. Multiple of these men in Ring of Honor. I've not seen anything yet. The Young Bucks were in Ring of Honor. I've not seen none of their old footage. Nothing.
I don't know. For me, like it's weird. Like I find it very hard to believe that they're taking so long to find some type of, not even TV, a streaming service to just play Ring of Honor. Like I know there might be other kind of infrastructure stuff, like somebody can film regularly and all of that kind of stuff. But surely, with the amount of bread my man has, these are issues that you could literally solve overnight. Surely.
He's moving like a Jabu, man. Just spend your fucking money, bro. Just spend your fucking money, bro.
It's nuts because I remember reading in the deal when he bought Ring of Honor, he bought literally all of the assets, the library, and he bought their production crew, like the production equipment as well.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Ring of Honor had their own streaming service, the Honor Club. So you're telling me that you couldn't like just set something up like, Honor Club, we're going to be streaming every week for free. That free 30-day trial. Come on, look at this stream of Ring of Honor. Your matches. You're telling me you couldn't even do that? Like, you have your Dark Elevation that you film every week. Sure, you're telling me that place where you film, you couldn't just set up from Ring of Honor. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's very, very weird. I don't know.
It's weird. It's odd.
Yeah.
It's proper odd.
Well, we shall see. But yeah, Chris Jericho and Cesaro should be a decent match, decent TV match anyway. But yeah, what did you guys think of that press conference? Roman Reigns, Logan Paul.
We the ones, man. We the ones, man. We the ones.
No, it was. I felt like I was pissed off at the beginning.
Why?
I thought, how dare someone from YouTube come into our world? You get me? Yeah. How dare you? How dare you, Logan Paul? See me and you yet? And I said, no, I'm not even on it. How dare you come into our world, bro? Like, and think you could come against the world champion straight away, bro. Allow it, fam. That's how I was feeling at the begining. It's like what fans felt when my man fought Floyd Mayweather. I'm thinking exactly the same. What the fuck is going on? But then, you know what? I thought, you know what? That's what he's known for, though, innit? So, who am I to really be that bitter old wrestling fan thinking, fuck this, you know? So I said, let me actually give the press conference for what it is. And I took it for what it is, and I enjoyed it for what it is. Roman is he's too much.
I thought the entire
someone wants to face the greatest of all time. Hey, actually, I don't know.
Nah, it's obviously there's been breaks in it, but it's I think there's just different eras and stuff and different times. Like of the 2010s, you would say obviously it's the Ortons, the Cenas and stuff. But of this 2020, I'm sorry. Like
it has to be him.
They put in bare work in this guy between 2015 and 2020, and from 2020, this guy just took the baton and he's just running with it. Like
you're talking about wrestling industry, him and Kenny. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Jeez. Man, like blacks on the Kenny train, you know.
Kenny is
Omega's brilliant, but I wouldn't compare the two just because of ultimately what they do is just too different.
No, it's different. I'm not comparing it in the aspect of, but I'm just saying in their own entities.
Yeah. In their own domains and stuff. Yeah. 100%.
Two different worlds, man. One's
anyone. Omega can have a good match with anyone in any style of match in any company. The man could pull it off. I can imagine him doing WWE style. We'll have to slow it down a bit, but I can see it.
Under Triple H, you won't have to slow it down, bro.
That's true.
Yeah.
Cook.
Yeah.
Bro. I can't lie.
And Roman's character, the way he's elevated this character now, and he doesn't need to do too much in the ring, but it's effective anyway. Yeah. He knows how to talk to the camera. He knows how to make the little things work.
The Sammy and the Jey Uso stuff, I think, is brilliant. Bringing Solo in, they're just adding so much kind of different layers to the bloodline. Now Roman doesn't need to be there, sort of thing. Like by the time he comes back after this program with Paul, he could almost be like patterning these man. Why are you beefing? What's all this about? Like these men now have their own kind of story without him being there, but. Just even when they were on stage, all together, all the gold, hella drippy, Paul Heyman there, like gassing these men up. I just thought this is just presentation. We always say it, but presentation, like when it comes to WWE and presentation, like just out of this world. Like honestly, this felt big fight. And like you were saying, Sam, like at first I was thinking, we need to be, especially if we're gonna get Rock at WrestleMania or Cody, whomsoever, we need to be kind of putting harder obstacles in his way. Like, so that he's overcoming, and then he loses to whoever's at the end of the road, innit? But this felt Monclizzy.
Yeah.
Like, it felt big.
It got me.
Bro,
It got me.
when I saw the press conference and I saw, like you said, Bloodline all together, all the gold, saw Logan by himself, but even then, it was like, in my mind, I was thinking, this actually feels like a real fight.
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel like the media scooded them or nothing or anything. But it felt like it was like the late 90s, early 2000s. You know, before when they used to have like the main events, they used to have, I just felt like, yo, this is like Triple H knows what he's doing, and God bless him, because it feels like we're finally in the era where it's like it's a mix, it's a blend of like having what we used to enjoy now mixed with like kind of new school stuff and not too far off what I've been watching. I used to recently, but it just seems like a perfect blend of everything. Of course, you know, there's been a few hit and miss stuff with WWE at the moment, but I'm gassed for Crown Jewel. I will be real.
Yeah.
And Crown Jewel was sick last year.
It was.
I mean, and now I'm just like, bro, like, man can't wait for Mansoor to get back to. Man might win the tag titles. I don't know.
Man Squad.
As soon as Mansoor comes here with Mace, it's going off.
Saudi
It's
Arabian
going off.
Logan. Bro, he might win that world. He might win that them tag titles.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, I'm gassed for Crown Jewel, man. And just like you said, Roman is like, and even watching his podcast with Logan Paul.
Yeah, that's
such
it.
a likable person, man. Like, I'm a big fan of Roman Reigns, man. Like, at this point, I don't want this reign to go. Like,
no, don't lose the fucking titles.
It has to be to Cody. That's it. It has to be to Cody. I'm sticking on that one. It has to be to Cody.
Yeah.
Cody has to demolish him, and the whole roster has to come out. And then as he's won and there's confetti, there's a picture of him and his dad.
His dad, like you know the ones where they drop a banner, like they drop a banner and Dusty's there, like
bro. Maybe you have to bring out the Dusty statue. Even give him the Dusty
cup.
Dusty cup, give him everything.
You know what? As much as I hate Cody, I can understand. Fuck
bro, nah. Cody's
had enough of being stubborn. I've been stubborn these episodes, but
Cody's literally the only other person that would feel big time now that is a wrestler that we can think, okay, he can lose to. But this is why they have to, none of this funny stuff about dropping one title to this man or whatever. Cody needs to beat him clean, singles match, no triple threat, and, you know, like literally be crowned, right, this is the guy sort of thing. Because all of this other stuff that's being suggested to protect Roman, someone needs to get this rub of beating this guy that's been champion for so long.
Let him disappear. Roman, like, at this point, Roman's just at a point, like, Roman's in his rock phase, where it's like, man can just come in, he's his rock phase. Man can come in whenever, he's going to come, he's going to kill it, he's going to cut a sick promo, acknowledge me, we them ones, he'll go home, he will now come back for the pay-per-view. Bro, give it to Cody. As I know we're going to get, what's the fucking open challenge every week. Next thing you know, Ricky Starks is coming to Rob. You know what I mean?
But you know the thing with that whole road, it's like the guy's a heel, but he's just loved, man.
Yeah,
everyone loves him, man.
Too likable.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's too cool. He's a drippy, everything. Do you know what I mean? Girls love this guy. It's too much.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I think it was worth the wait. You know,
as in on Roman.
Worth the wait to get this Roman Reigns that we've all been asking for.
100%.
Yeah.
Because in a few years' time, nobody's going to be speaking about what he done earlier. Like, suffering succotash all of them times.
Yep.
He was getting booed here and there, but he was still over as hell. But for the most part, nobody's going to care. Like, look at the way we revere about John Cena. We don't talk about when he was in his boxer pant and he was stinking up the room. Like, nobody cares about that shit because what happened after cleared it. So now, give Roman 7 years. What he done after the Shield, he won a few titles. We'll know about that, but some of the promos and programs, nobody's going to care about because the tribal chief, it's long. And then when he leaves and comes back to be a face,
Kai!
I know his hair's going to be all the way to his ankles. It's going to look like fucking Aquaman, fam.
The tribal chief, is that character can be in any era, man. It can be in any era, man. And you'd think, cool. It's not a joke.
I'm really happy that they didn't, like at first it was very tribal chief, head of the table, Samoan bloodline and stuff, but they didn't over egg it and make it like a cultural, racial kind of character. Like they drew the line at the right place. And I know maybe earlier this year, like it was beginning, maybe not flounder, but beginning to get a bit stale for whatever reason. But this has helped. The Big Show, obviously, Clash at the Castle, then how he was received there. Now this Logan Paul stuff. And Del, when you were saying that Logan Paul, obviously he was just on his ones. This is what I thought was special about this guy, because with everything that was across from him and how intimidating all them man looked, this guy still handled his job in terms of delivered a solid promo 100. And looks like he could hang. Like this guy is doing promos better than 10, 15 year veterans.
Yeah, 150 million%.
Logan's from that world. He has to be like, he has to be able to chat shit. Like he's been on YouTube for God knows how many years.
It's true.
Started doing the boxing. He has to be able to chat shit. And remember, at one point, he was one of like the most hated people on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had to like take in all of that hate and just be letting people know that, listen, whether you hate me or not, I am the shit. to the point now where it's like he's come to WWE and he's very, very liked. Like for me, I don't even think about none of the stuff that he done on YouTube. For me, I really, really like Logan, and I want him to shine. He's not. But then when we now fast forward to The Rock, Roman has to smoke The Rock. I'm so sorry. I don't want to see a competitive match. I've deeped it now. I don't want a competitive match. Maybe for the first 5 minutes, Roman has to flog The Rock. Flog him well.
He does that.
Flog him well.
So how long, was that Kevin Owens, Steve Austin brawl that happened at Mania earlier this year?
That must have been at least like a 15-minute match.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
But because I'm just thinking, like, that wasn't a match per se. It was more brawl than in-ring action. Yeah. So do you think it's more strenuous to do a match than an actual brawl? If you see what I mean.
Now the difference.
Have you seen Dwayne Johnson, bro?
That's what I'm saying. The difference between
he can do a match.
Austin is Austin is fucking his knees are mashed up. He's done.
Yeah.
So Austin couldn't wrestle for long, basically.
He couldn't keep up. So you have to make it a thing where Owens was basically carrying him that match majority of the time, and that made it a bit more of a thing of okay, Austin can still go and hang in there. The Rock now can actually wrestle a match. I feel athletically he's still got it. He's physique. I'm not trying to pre-man like that, you get me? But he definitely can pull off a match with Roman, anyone, and it will still work.
So a young 10, 15 minute, maybe 12-minute match or something.
Yeah. It's good. That's cool, man. That's cool. Any more, I might be a bit sickened, but yeah, the 15 is cool. That's nice. That's enough. You know.
I can do with that, but at the same time, I want Roman to flog him. I want Roman to send a message, and then I want to see next pay-per-view. Cody flogs him. Listen, we know the end goal is Cody.
But I just want to see how the Bloodline reacts when they see The Rock. That'll be interesting.
You have to the belly, isn't it?
You know, Sikoa might just be like, you know what, I'm not touching him. The Usos are like, you know what, that's between you lot, I'm done.
For me, I feel they need to tell a story where when The Rock does show up, everyone, including Roman, they're showing him love. Like, everyone's like, yeah, this is the big, he said everything. Until the point where Roman says something dumb like, acknowledge me. And then The Rock is like, huh?
Yeah, The Rock.
And then they get into it from there, sort of thing. But I think that will basically extend the story, and it won't be so like if The Rock just shows up and Roman's like all defensive at first, it's like, why would you be, sort of thing. So I think he needs to show him love, and then we need to see like a breakdown in relationship. But I guess that's all dependent on how long The Rock is available for and how long he can stick around for and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Question: Put him out for 2 build to be good. Go on, man.
What do you guys think of Solo Sikoa now in the Bloodline? Like, what do you think his role is gonna be?
I think it's a good move.
Very, very interesting question, but he's more of like the enforcer type of, you know, if you want to get the job done, if you want someone to do the dirt, you have your dirt man in your squad. You know what I mean? You have the main guy, the guy who shows his face. You have the side man, Sami Zayn. You have the 2 right-hand men who are just like, you know, they're your dogs, innit? They're kind of on the same level. Then you have the dirt man, the guy that does all the dirt, the guy that's right. He's ready to go. He's ready to do the dirt, master works, and won't say a trace.
Send Solo.
Yes, it. If you see every match which they've decided to put him on, he's ready. He's not back down. He's ready. He's ready. He's even that dirt man that'll stick it on your boy. Yo, Usos, you man are moving alive. Sammy cut.
Cutting up, yeah.
Go back. That's what he is.
Go back.
He's the logic of the group, whereas the Usos, they're too emotional. Like, everyone are squabbling over little things, and then obviously Sammy's coming in between them. It just seems like Sammy is more so climbing the ranks in terms of like popularity. Jay's just a hater. Jay's
playing it brilliantly.
He's just a hater.
He's doing it well.
Like Meg said earlier, like, it's adding so much layer to the Bloodline. It just seems they're not just Roman Reigns' cousin at this point. That they've got their own interwoven relationships and storylines that's happening. Where it's like you want to continue watching them, and you want to continue seeing what Sammy's going to do to kind of like piss off Jay, and what Solo's going to possibly do to kind of like stick up for Sammy and try and get everyone to be on the same page. And Paul Heyman is just there for vibes at this point.
Yeah,
Paul Heyman's just having the time of his life. Like,
he's loving it, man.
But they found a brilliant way to basically tell stories within the bloodline without Roman being there, because he ain't gonna be there all the time. But did you guys see what this North American Championship thing they've done?
Yeah, they stripped Solo.
Why?
Solo. Because I think basically because he's moved up to main roster and he's holding an NXT belt. But it makes me think, because he only won it last week.
Yeah.
It makes me think they just wanted to have that image of the bloodline with all the gold at the press conference.
Oh, 100%.
And now they got that image. Then they took the belt back off him, and obviously they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do in NXT with it, ladder match or something. But
No, definitely.
I guess the image was nice. It's kind of a pointless run, but yeah.
Maybe we might see Gunther versus Solo at some point again.
I don't know if I'm
ready to see. Yeah, I'm not ready for it yet.
yeah.
I'm ready to see Solo with a mid-card title at some point. I don't know who's gonna dethrone.
Yeah, not Gunther now though.
But that's the thing, they've built up those mid-card titles so well at this point, even with Bobby Lashley and Gunther.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Solo beat any of them.
Yeah.
Like if they lose it some ever how, yeah.
Just before I go, because I actually have to go in a minute. Yeah, fam. See this Brawling Brutes and Imperium rivalry, yeah?
It's mad still.
I'm fucking loving it. You get me? Check out my TikTok match of the week. But I'm fucking loving it because, mate, this is, for me, yeah, is what I want to fucking watch.
William Regal, innit?
William Regal! How about that one? Stick Finley. I love it. I fucking love it. I love it. The brawls, the fights, the out of control, the madness, it just goes all out of control. It's I love it. I absolutely love it. It's what I want to see, you know. Like they have matches of the night for SmackDown. Every SmackDown they just fucking kill it. Even the last tag team match, if they put Hydro and New Day in there, no problem. But they all smashed it, man. They all smashed it, man. That tag team division heating up, man. Even the Brawling Brutes, they're smashing it, man. You know what I mean? Dunn is showing his colours now, you know.
Pete Dunne's he's cooking for real.
Cooking, doing the most.
The match on Raw was good as well.
Yeah, that's just
the Brutes and the Street Profits. Obviously, their finish was a bit, but fam, them man are cooking. I can't wait to see them versus the Usos. Well, really and truthfully, Dunn versus the Usos. I don't really think Rich Holland's going to do too much, but Dunn versus the Usos. He does, innit? Because he's cooking. You know what I wanted though? I just wanted to have a little glimpse of, because obviously there was glimpses of Gunther and Dunn. I want them to have like just a little one-on-one match, just to.
I was going to say that.
Ice the team.
I was going to say that. I think, and nobody should kill me. I think Butch might be the one to beat Gunther, you know.
It's not a bad shout.
Why not? Why not? I'm not gonna kill you for that one.
A little revenge from NXT UK dropping his title to him.
Yeah.
That match, Gunther will get another 5-star for that match.
Yeah, 100.
Another 5-star.
Yeah.
And then maybe
got the most 5 stars in WWE history for David.
Yeah. I think I was saying out of like the last 5-star matches that WWE have had, Gunther's got 4 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But no, he's that little rivalry that these lot are having. Oh, incredible, man.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Triple H he's slowly building, and this is what I mean. I don't think he's doing anything spectacular. He's just letting these guys wrestle, tell a regular story, nothing spectacular. Yeah. Just putting people where they should be and letting them do what they're paid to do. Like,
they're wrestlers, bro. Now they're wrestlers. They're not superstars anymore. They're wrestlers.
I mean, they're still superstars. Bro.
They're still
but we can call them wrestlers now. They're doing
it. Hey. They're still I can't lie, lads. I'm sorry.
This Vince McMahon.
They're still superstars. WWE superstars. They definitely still are. Do you know what I mean? But I get the whole wrestling aspect of it. I do. But they are superstars, and I definitely want to see more from the Brutes. I definitely want to see more from Imperium, you know, and where they're gonna go. Hopefully, one day we'll see Imperium versus the Bloodline. Do you know what I mean? There might be a bit of a clash between the Brutes and the Bloodline right now. We'll see how that goes. Do you know what I mean? But I'm fucking loving it, mate. The tag division's heating up. I fucking love it, mate. You know? It's unfortunate the Viking Raiders were out for injury. Obviously, they could have been put into the fray.
Yeah.
But they're injured again.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're shaped like one more. What the fuck? What did they just come back from injury?
Oh, they literally just came back as well. Yeah,
I know, it's crazy. You know, but
you package them as the vicious Viking Raiders or whatever they're calling them.
Looking like they're doing BDSM. I beg, man. Go back to War Raiders, man.
Yeah, for real. You know, but, I'm definitely liking the tag division right now. Still, really heating up.
And then we got this War Games thing at Survivor Series now. It's called
War Games.
War Guys.
War Games.
You see when they say Triple H is cooking, the food's not ready yet, but you can smell it from the kitchen.
Smell it, the aroma.
keep going.
Yeah, it's true. Just give me the line. Yeah, definitely.
It's sick.
You know, I wonder what matches are gonna come from it.
They have to throw the Bloodline in there. It's a must.
Yeah, the whole bloodline.
Roman included.
Roman, Solo, and how many do they usually have in there? Is it 2 teams or 4?
I think it's 2 teams or 4, yeah.
Okay, because I remember one of the NXT ones, they've done like 3 teams of 3.
Yeah, the first one they did was 3 teams. It was AOP. 3 teams of 3. I think it was AOP, UE, and it might have been Insanity, maybe, or whatever.
Yeah, it was Insanity. Yeah.
Sanity, that's it.
Sanity, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Bloodline, just 4 of them, or even with the first time you're in there, 5 of them, and then just find some 5 bastards on Raw or something like that to come and take these men on. Or Imperium and someone like, I don't know.
That'll be sick. And they've got fight here at Extreme Rules.
Yeah. Just say, fuck this. Let's go after the Bloodline. Do you know what I mean?
I'll be here for it, man.
100%.
Yeah. That fight pit match, bringing that back as well at Extreme Rules is good. I don't know how. Well, they're not going to make it better. There's not going to be any, B word. Right. Yeah. So there's not going to be any of that. So we'll see how they make it entertaining. But Riddle and Timothy Thatcher that had the first one?
Yeah, Riddle and Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah, that was cold. So
that was great. I remember Pandemic. That was
that was sick.
Kurt Angle was special enforcer in it.
Yeah, he was ringside or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fight pit, serious.
Yeah.
You like rough and tumble wrestling, so
it's basically like PG MMA.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm
in like some cage thing that they made. And who was it that got thrown off the top of it? Was it Riddle that got thrown off by Timothy Thatcher?
I think it might have been Riddle.
Yeah, I remember. Someone got thrown off, and I remember at one point he done a floating onto Timothy Thatcher. I'm
gonna watch that match later, man. That match was cold.
Thing is, I have to leave, but I even wanted to say one more thing: the Rollins and Riddle rivalry as well. Yeah,
it's good. It's good stuff.
And Rollins matches as well. Even his matches with Bobby this week on Raw.
Hey, you see that stomp counter, yeah? Nobody should ever chat shit for my guy Bobby again. I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for calling him a stiff guy. You get me?
Bro, that reversal was nuts. I said, you can't beat this guy.
Yeah.
I know Bobby would never win this match, but somewhere on this run before Roman loses this title, Bobby needs to get a chance at Roman.
Yes. 100%.
I just don't understand why they ain't done it yet. Like, they've literally been building or like fixing Bobby since the pandemic, like Thunderdome times. Like, he needs his chance at Roman one-on-one. Like, he's not gonna win, but give him that because he's been doing some really good stuff.
If we do get Bobby versus Roman, I need dominant Bobby, not the Bobby versus Brock, not that Bobby.
Yeah. No funny finishes or anything like that.
Bobby lost his Elimination Chamber spot because he had headache. He had headache.
Black's is mad.
My head is headaching me.
Fuck it out. But yeah, man, I've got to kick out. But just to do a little promotion quickly, match of the week, people, on the TikTok thing, on my Insta thing. Please comment on matches which you want me to watch, because I'm only going to be showing you WWE, and unless you saw me want AEW this thing or New Japan, I'll have to look and rate. So please let me know. You get me? But big love you, man. I gotta go. You get me? And
safe.
Hello. Yeah.
See you there.
Good up. That touch me. Good up.
So, yeah.
But yeah, Bobby versus Roman. Yeah, like that would be a sick co-sign. Like Bobby needs that after the low of Bobby versus Brock, and the gas for how that was.
Yeah.
It's still upsets me to this day. Like the vignette was just nuts. So now get the match that we got. Just like this is poor. So if he now decides a good 10-minute, 12-minute match with Roman,
That's
I'll be
it.
happy with that. Like,
Yeah.
if we get a matchup similar to how it was with Drew, obviously with not the same dramatics as it was, but a solid matchup or a Rumble or
This
Great
is
Balls
it.
of Fire, one of these stupid pay-per-views that are gonna happen before WrestleMania.
Well, like estimating how many times we're going to see Roman between now and WrestleMania. Obviously, Crown Jewel, that's one, and that's already sorted. Survivor Series will probably be some type of War Games match or something like that. Then they said they're taking this day one pay-per-view seriously.
Okay.
So day one could be
Day
the place.
one last year was good.
Yeah. So day one could be the place. And then there's Royal Rumble, of course. So Royal Rumble could be another place. And then I don't know if we're going to see Roman on any of them ibby dibby pay-per-views between then and between then and WrestleMania. What's that? What, Elimination Chamber and Fastlane, isn't it?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, I don't think he'll show up for either of them. So yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be nice to give him a go.
No, 100.
What do you man think of this whole Dexter Lumis and Miz story so far?
I don't get what the purpose of it is.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
It's like well executed in terms of production value and stuff.
Yeah.
But it hasn't moved for like 3 weeks. Like he's still chasing him. 1 minute he got bagged at NXT. And then he got released. Like I don't know. Like
What does he want?
This is it. No one knows. It's not progressing.
What? I don't know. I'm not invested into it, so I don't really have any thoughts about it.
Yeah, it's mid-card distin, but it's alright. But Judgment Day though, Judgment Day are looking good.
They're cooking still, I can't lie.
They are looking
They're looking good.
They're trying to get AJ now.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get AJ now.
What do you guys reckon he'll join?
Nah, but for his career, he probably should. So TV time and stuff. But,
100%. 100.
yeah, because AJ's been AWOL. But yeah, I think Judgment Day, they've turned the corner. Like the heavy booze Dom Mysterio was getting. I thought, they must be happy with that. As they say, some reaction is better than no reaction.
Better than what Stokely got last week.
Yeah, that was just confusion.
Mute. Absolutely mute.
But
Go on, bro.
I don't want to see Dominic Mysterio doing some Lucha Libre stuff now. I need him to be fighting dirty, bro. Dirty.
Yeah, I think a little change. How much Lucha Libre was he really doing anyway?
You weren't doing much, but now I just need him to be a brawler, man. Just cheat. Channel your real father's energy.
This guy.
Channel it. Your Eddie's son.
I saw someone say today that he could be growing his hair to do a hair versus mask match with Ray at WrestleMania.
That'll be interesting.
I don't want to see that. I'll be real, man. I like his hair.
You like his hair?
I like his hair, man. I'm feeling the mullet, man. It's not like.
So that means he has to win the match then?
Yeah.
He has to take the mask.
But then I don't want to see Rey Mysterio without his mask. I've seen it, but I don't want him to lose his mask, innit?
What, do you reckon this will be Mysterio's last hurrah?
Or maybe. I don't know what his contract looks like, but yeah, I don't think Ray is necessarily one of these people like Edge that you bring in for kind of big pay-per-views. Like, I don't know if he kind of moves numbers and does that kind of stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't mind him just kind of fading away after WrestleMania if this was the plan for WrestleMania, and then you might just see him pop up in like a Royal Rumble or just kind of random places like that. I think that's all right.
I look at Ray like a wrestler's wrestler. Like, as much as he's a superstar, people know who he is. But he's just someone who's like, he's so revered for his like in ring skill. Doesn't necessarily have to be doing like sporadic coming back for one pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not like an Edge or John Cena where it's like, oh my God, this is a spectacle. Like, we have to come and watch this. It's like, you don't have to watch, because Ray could now turn up in AEW or now go to a Ring of Honor or Chihuahua Championship Wrestling. Like, you just turn up anywhere, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, if this was his last hurrah, I mean, he doesn't wrestle like it is. Like, he's still moving like it's fucking 2010. Moving better than he was in 2010.
He's looking good. He's looking good. Oh, anything else that's happened this past week? Let me ask you guys. In fact, this White Rabbit, this thing. Have you not seen this?
White Rabbit.
Stuff on YouTube. Wow.
In the live event stuff that they be doing.
Yeah, I don't know where it's showing because I haven't seen a damn thing.
It's on Twitter.
I've been seeing it on YouTube.
Just type in Bray Wyatt on Twitter and you'll be seeing their random videos.
Is this conspiracy theorists at it again or what?
Is it because it's not confirmed about who it is? Because I did see a video of them doing it in an empty arena. And the arena went red or something like that. So I'm thinking, okay, this is intentional. But I saw online on YouTube that it's a conspiracy theory that is to signify, you know, the White Rabbit he has in his Bray Wyatt Funhouse. Apparently, they're gonna get wrestlers to play like the different puppets or something like that. So, because like, for example, Karrion Kross, I think he was the White Rabbit in Lucha Underground, something like that. So they're gonna get certain wrestlers to be portraying these different characters that he had as puppets. Which one is
what the rabbit was called in the Funhouse? I can't remember. But
I'm not trying to see a Bray Wyatt Funhouse 2.0 Wyatt family.
This image I saw, it had the White Rabbit on it, and then it said 9/23. I know in America they write their dates backwards, so that's September 23. If that's the date,
Friday. That's this Friday.
Is that Friday?
That's this Friday, yeah.
Yeah, this Friday.
Okay.
Something's happening on SmackDown, maybe, unless it's another riddle that they're making people.
But imagine that if Bray wins, do you think that puts him in the picture to be the one to dethrone Roman?
If Bray comes back.
If he comes back.
The only connection they have is that didn't Roman beat Bray to start this run?
Yeah.
Yeah, he pinned Braun, I think. Or was it?
Yeah,
Braun. But I think it was the triple threat match he joined.
Yeah.
It was because Roman disappeared and then, he went straight for the title. So WWE can kind of spin the block with this one and do the exact same thing with Bray. It could happen because he's unexpected. Everyone's saying Cody or Seth. Bro, no one's really said Bray.
Because we don't even know if he's going back to the company. Like, we've seen rumors that he might, there's been talks, but bro, they should have come and spoiled the Cody train. Listen, we are all full steam ahead. Choo choo, Cody, you better come and win this title next year because it can't be Bray. As much as I love Bray, but the whole Fiend palaver sucked. And this time around, if Bray is to come back, they need to be solid that they know what they're doing, so this guy can have a long career. Because it's like if you one day we're gonna do what's it called? We're gonna do Mex's series on Bray Wyatt.
Break it down.
We're gonna break it down on Bray Wyatt, and soon we're gonna have to talk about his in-ring, his costume, his legs. We're gonna have to talk about everything.
Costume, not even attire or costume.
We're gonna have to his mask, his dreads. We're gonna have to talk about everything.
His dreads.
We're gonna have to put everything under the microscope, and we're gonna actually have to look and use our eyes carefully to see is Bray Wyatt the person we think he is, and maybe we should change the name to Did Bray Trick Us? That's what we need to now find out soon. Like I said, I loved Bray, but if you put his career in hindsight, It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good, bruv.
Yeah, it's not. I definitely agree with that. Like, I think we've been sold on something, and I just never really believed, even from what people say was his best time as the cult leader and stuff. For me, I don't know. It never really clicked for me personally. It just always seemed like he was speaking in parables, and even when he started doing the Fiend stuff, like I even till today, I just think the Fiend aesthetically just looks super cool. And how they presented him and everything. Like, the booking was not it. And even then, he was still speaking in parable somewhat, as he was his regular Bray character. So, I don't know with Bray. If he does come back, if this White Rabbit stuff is him, like, this is his last chance with me.
Bro, it's his last chance to kill you.
Like,
you cannot trick me anymore. My eyes are open. My eyes are open. And I'm so sorry. What can a White Rabbit tell me that a kids TV show leader has told me, a Fiend that doesn't even talk, that has told me let me in, and a cult leader, even Husky Harris, nah,
even Husky,
we have to break it down soon because it's not. I love Bray. Like, a lot of people are not fans of his in-ring. Me, I don't mind his in-ring, innit? That's like car crash type of style. But for the most part, if you ask me what his best promo is, all I have to say is check. That probably wasn't even him.
I don't even have an idea what a best promo of his could be, to be honest.
I don't understand it. I just know he sounds. He's just got the good gift of the gab.
Yeah,
he's like a Nigerian market seller. You just talk, and you end up buying it. You don't even know what you bought.
Nah, I guess we'll see on SmackDown what this White Rabbit this thing is.
Yeah.
Interesting. But is there anything else?
Congo Championship Wrestling.
As you guys can see, you didn't see any of us drink anything because you guys need to donate to the coffee. Big up everyone that's donated so far. We're donating to the coffee, so next time if we are on Zoom, we at least have a bottle of water to ourselves. Big up the Mandem Soft Pro. That is October 1st.
Yeah, big up Soft Pro.
New Japan are both doing their Royal Quest. UK, if you're a UK company and you've got any events that's coming up, please let us know so we can help plug that. Whether it's in London, Manchester, Birmingham, let's try and do our bit.
Wood Green Wrestling this weekend as well.
Wood Green Wrestling this week. Big up Hustle.
Everything patterned this weekend.
Everything patterned. By the time it comes out, everything patterned. It's looking like a good week for wrestling. Hopefully Brian Danielson wins.
I pray.
Yeah, we're praying. Prayer circle.
I need that 2014 feels. I need confetti. I need everything. Like, that's my guy, bruv. Need all of that. But I don't mind if MJF crashes the party.
Daniel Bryan's not getting a long title reign. I can tell you that for sure.
You know what? Daniel Bryan said he didn't want to be champion when he come to AEW anyway.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan's doing Shawn Michaels right now.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to be champion. So yeah, this is probably them reluctantly putting it on him.
Yeah.
And then Full Gear maybe November.
Yeah.
They might take it off him. We'll see.
He just needs it for a few weeks. That's it.
Yeah.
He can do plenty of defenses he can do Dark, Rampage, Dynamite, Dark Elevation.
Spam the numbers.
Trust me, bro, just get your defenses up. You know what I mean?
Only thing I'm gonna ask is don't bring an eco-friendly championship back.
Nah. That was a special gimmick at a special time.
At some point, we do need a proper heel Danielson, bro.
Oh, you not like that, Laps?
No.
You didn't like Planet Champion?
No.
Nah. Well, you didn't like the belt or you didn't like the run?
I didn't like the champion. I didn't like the belt.
I must say, that run...
That was world class.
That's probably top 3 runs of the 2010s.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite runs.
The fact that it's got a name, Planet Champion.
That's what I call it. It was too sick, fam. His Titron had the globe spinning and his name just...
Man got Eric Rowan over. Man made Eric Rowan look like a beast.
Trust.
At one point, I was even debating, bruh, is he better than Luke Harper? And then Brody Lee came to AEW. I said,
Yeah.
I wasn't tricked. He still got it.
Brody's cold.
He still got it. Oh, no, I think that's it now, man.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Subscribe.
Come on.
Dogboy.
Mex.
Laps. Get us to 10k subscribers.
Quickly,
we need that.
Quick.
The strippers outside still waiting from the screen. It's not taking too long.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Wrestling podcast, the coolest wrestling podcast in the motherfucking world. For your mum, to your dads, to your aunties, to your sisters. It's Wrestling Podcast by the Mandem for the Mandem.
And for the Mandem. Bow.
I was waiting for that, you know. Hey, don't do it. Do it loud.
Bow! Jade Cargill, I love you.
You just got to the end of the podcast, and if you've enjoyed what you've listened to, enjoyed what you watched, enjoyed the vibes, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bow.